Right, and here we go. The lights are out, the cars are racing. Here we go. We've got all these drivers coming to the front of the turn 1 now, also called the Brabham turn. And here we go. The Red Bull goes out. The Red Bull's out of the race. So is the Aston Martin, I believe. The Aston Martin is out of the race. Fortunately for Maximum and Sensitive, and the Haas is out of the race as well. That is, who was that? That's Rattley White. Who the hell is that? Ratty Whiter. We've not seen him before. But that is a few drivers out the race already. There's no safety car, only a virtual safety car as of now in P1 there. Let's hope the other drivers succeed in getting a higher positioning. Some of the drivers are in the pits now, as you can see, including one of the Mercedes Dodge. He was obviously involved in the incident there. Let's hope he's fine. Smurf Pound again chased by Monk. As you can see, Monk within a second behind him, just sort of trying to pry away. We have Yuki as well being contended by the Ferrari as well as Snipe. So this is one of the more interesting races here, because Snipe doesn't usually contend against Yuki, but here we have it. And we'll see, we have Megan, who's following very closely behind too. He wants that position. He wants that, and he needs that position. We are coming to turn 11 and turn 12 here. Turn 12 coming up now. What can he do here? Can he secure the position here? Look at this from the Ferrari, who's doing really well. He's trying to come in on the inside, and here he goes. Wheel-to-wheel action here in Australian Grand Prix. Yuki has been overtaken by the Ferrari. Can Yuki secure his position back again? We don't know. Snipe so far has gained 6 positions since the start of the race. He has absolutely blown the crowd away with his performance so far, and Yuki has been left in the dust, it seems, for the outcome of that battle there. But maybe Yuki playing the safe game. The only other driver on the grid who is on the hard tyres is the Haas in P15. Here we go, Megan trailing behind, and so is Radiohead. So all these 3 drivers, although the AlphaTauri has just spun there. The Traveller, who was voted one of the best drivers on the grid, that's not spun. He's spun again. Well, he needs to get a grip of himself if he needs to do any, if he can do any well throughout the race. If we go back up to the front half here, 3 drivers, 3 distinct names: Radio, Megan, and Yuki. 3 very good drivers, very capable drivers on this track. Contending for P1, we have Monk, who's obviously gaining on Smurf. He'll have to do better if he wants to defend against Monk, because look at this. Look how fast Monk is catching up to Smurf. It's getting closer than ever, with Yuki also trying his best to defend against... Oh, and he's been touched by Megan. He managed to resolve that issue. Ratty is also out the race. What on earth happened there? Ratty is out the race, which means it's a virtual safety car. I don't know if it's speeding under virtual safety car conditions. Now, after the safety car conditions lift away, we go back into the race. And look at this, Megan pressing on Yuki. This reminds me a lot of Belgium, in the Belgian Grand Prix when Megan was defending against Yuki, and there's a bit of a battle between Yuki and Megan there. Obviously, Yuki with the title of the Comeback King, and rightly deserved, because he is definitely known for his comebacks. You can see, and Snipe, of course, trying his absolute best to get in front of Smurf here. He's lost a bit of time due to that seat. Greens, who's now been left for dead in P10. So the Aston Martin not doing too bad this season. Obviously they could do a lot better. Megan just trying to find a way through. The question is, what can he do to defend against him? Tense battle, and it looks as if Snipe is sort of trying to get away here. He won't be able to. You can see here catching up. We have the Alpine very quickly. So the Alpine sort of gaining on the Ferrari. Oh, he's gone off the side a little bit, which will slow his time down. That may mean he's got a lot more work to do. And down here with Des as well. Look at this, wheel-to-wheel action here from the Alpine and the AlphaTauri from Des. wheel to wheel from all of these drivers here, and Smurf is, of course, with Snipe and Monk with the fastest lap time, which proves that Mercedes is capable of it, but they just haven't really put that oomph into it. Snipe versus Smurf, Yuki versus Megan, Dez versus Jinxed is the current battles that are ensuing. And also down here we have the Mercedes and the Aston Martin. Look at this, the Aston Martin having to give way there. I'm going to speak to Greens and just have a look. As you can see here, we've got Radiohead dumping his battery, just as Smurf is doing. And actually, there's been an overtake here between the two cars here, and Yuki's trying to get involved here, but Yuki had to back out there, which leaves a battle between him and the Haas. We have now the Ferrari and Alpine going at it. We've got the Alpine on the inside of the turn. He backs out. What on earth is he doing there? He backed out the turn, which could. Well, I mean, obviously, it speaks for itself. I mean, we have some overtaking in the middle of the area there. What is your username, Logs? What's your name? Now I'll get some information from you. From Radiohead, who's still keeping his position. He is racing away. Radiohead must be thrilled with how he's doing so far. But Snipe and Smurf going at it alongside Yuki and Megan, who are also getting quite close together. Obviously, Yuki is going further away from Megan now. But look at some Smurf, who's doing excellently well. There's a bit of batting between the Red Bull and the Aston Martin here as well, between Greens and Sensitive. Sensitive, he doesn't look too comfortable with them tyres. Got a good overtake there from the Aston Martin. Let's hope the crashes can side, and here we go, he goes onto the gravel, unfortunately for him. Trying to catch up to the Aston Martin, let's hope the contact happens. The Aston Martin with the softer, faster tyres. It looks like there'll be an overtake here between the Red Bull and the Aston Martin. Is it so? It doesn't look like he's able to make the move, but here we go. And it's been taken out by the Aston Martin. And he nearly got taken out again. So that'll have to be looked at by the FIA if he decides to send that in. From Hamilton there. Is there any other things you'd like to say to the crowd watching, Hamilton?
Watch Snipe, everyone. Watch Snipe. He's a very talented youngster, and I think he's got a lot to prove.
Very good from Hamilton there, who's involved in an incident with Dez there. The FIA will be looking at that in just a minute, or after this race even. Look at this from the McLaren. He's spun out. He's been hit again by the Alpine. And I cannot believe I've just seen that Yuki has lost his positions that he's worked so hard for, and that is absolutely catastrophic for the young driver. But that does mean Megan will get into P3 now, as he's just overtaken some of the other drivers here. Smurfy's gone down the grid, he's gone into the pit now after he's obviously damaged his wing a bit there. But the race between the top three drivers ensues. Who are having a bit of a fight here. And look at this from Yuki, who's getting quite close to Megan, who is in the Haas. Look at this from Yuki, the speed. Obviously Yuki with the fresher, with the faster tyres. If he doesn't look to make an overtaking play here on this next straight before turn 1, then I don't know what he's thinking. Here we go. From Yuki, he's dumping his battery. However, Megan with the ERS advantage, I'm not too sure what happened. Yuki with the fastest lap time. Look at this from Yuki, who's going to try and get into the corner here. Doesn't manage to do it. Pushes Megan onto the outside of the track. And here we go. Look at this. Speeds through. That's lightning from Yuki. He manages to take over P3 here. All around good driving from Yuki to get back into P3. As we said, the comeback king, and I cannot believe I've seen Yuki within 2 laps time go back into P3 from P5. I mean, it's the top pinnacle of driving, but the top 2 drivers here, Radiohead and Snipe, are battling it out. Radio trying to maintain his position. We're going to have a look at the penalty that Radio's got now. He has got a 3-second time penalty, which means technically he is behind Snipe. It's a higher speed characteristics. Characteristics. There we go. Characteristics. That's what I wanted to say. And you can see here, look at a bit of battle here. Oh, I thought the Ferrari went out there. But he's managed to take over P1. Radiohead leaves it to P3. So very good from all these three drivers rushing towards here. But yeah, the characteristics of this track are more commonly associated with more dedicated racetracks, facilitated by like grass and gravel runoff safety zones that you can see through these turns. So that's some characteristics from the track. And look at this from Yuki, who's racing towards now. Yuki's going to try and make the play. And he does. Oof, nearly. Nearly. Guys, look, Yuki had to slow down there, so he's lost that time that he managed to gain. Unfortunately for him. But he's doing well to keep it now. We're going to go down here, look at these two now, who's battling it out between the Alpine and the Traveller. Jinx and the Traveller. Oh, what on earth was he doing there? The Traveller just bumped into him a bit. Let's hope there's no damage there, but there's a bit of a bump. And let's hope he's okay. He's not going to speak to one of the drivers on the track. We'll have to speak to Radiohead. Oh! And Snipe had been hit, which leaves Monk to be P1! Monk in P1, he went from 0 to hero. He came out absolutely nowhere. Yuki in P3 now. It's like the table is just absolutely, completely flipped. Monk into P1. He went from P12 to P1. And he has done his teammate proud. Spectating, unless in possession of a grandstand seat. So look at that, a bit of shoving there from the Ferrari. It slows him down. Oh, again a bit of bumping there. Let's hope the Ferrari's wing isn't damaged. And again, and he's like, whoa. And that is not a good time to be at position 1 because he was just knocked out there. Monk, tell me about it. And Hamilton is lessening more than ever. Monk really wants that position. He's got the DRS advantage, and he does also have the DRS advantage as well. So he's going to have to race hard if he wants that. Did he just hit onto the wall there? I don't know. I believe he touched the wall. He's fine though. He made that overtake look sound and easy. Again, try and edge in on him. Hamilton now with the DRS. So what will Hamilton do with this DRS? Look at this. Oh! They're touching there. Very close to an incident there. Monk again.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that is definitely one of the strangest virtual safety cars I've ever seen. The Ghost virtual safety car. I'm going to let you get back onto racing, Des. Good luck with your race, mate. We're going to have a look now at how that's affected things. We've got Snipe and Megan who are in P1 and 2 now. Yuki has lost his position. He's gone into the pits now, I think. I don't know what's happened, whether he's spun or what. I don't know. But that leaves Megan and Sniper to battle P1 and P2 now. Look at this, from Megan closing in on the Ferrari. And just absolutely battling it out. He's got the position quite easily against Sniper. Look how well these drivers are fighting. I mean, I just can't believe how well they're doing. There we go. He's got the position back against Snipe. It's an absolute battle between Megan and Snipe now. This from these drivers here. Again, just more fighting from these two drivers. What on earth's happened here? Right, Snap's gonna have to get another invite here. There we go. So, and Megan trying to make the overtaking move. He manages to make it. Look at that from Megan. He's fast and he's quick on them tyres, as you can see. Hamilton with a 3-second time penalty. They look ready more than ever. Well, now more than ever. The last of the drivers are now coming back into their spots. And they'll be ready to get underway. Here we go. Again, from the back angle for some reason. The lights are up, the cars are racing, and have a look here for the drivers. Let's hope no collisions happen. We've got a few overtakes already. Look at all the cars, and there's one, the Mercedes are on the left. We're on to the outside here. No major collisions, I don't think, for any of the drivers of Ferrari. Hamilton, oh my goodness, is at the back of the grid here. I don't actually know why. Oh my goodness, Caps is out the session. And now so is a Ferrari. That's an awful collision. That is an awful collision. That's an awful collision there. Two into Snipe. Hopefully that would have happened, but it didn't, so that's good. And of course, Megan, being Megan, coming very close to Smurf again, as he is doing very well. Coming up to the last turn now of this lap. Megan doing very well. Oh, bloody hell. He's doing very well for the Haas team. Des with the fastest lap time. That may give him an extra point as well. Coming into this next turn here. He goes onto the grass a little bit there to cut with the corner. But he's looking to do well. Look at this. Wheel to wheel action here. Side by side. Megan goes in front now. Look at the Alpine on the inside of the turn, but he swoops across. Yeah, very good through the switchback as well. Same two. Coming to turn 7. And passing down to turn 9, known as the Clark turn. And here now, turn 11, doing very well. We've got Smurf, who is overtaking him, I think. Oh, look at that! He's taking him through the turn here. Megan's going to try and look to regain his position. He's giving him a lot of space. Who's got the ERS advantage? It is Megan who's got the ERS advantage, which means he'll be able to take over more easily here. We have the Alpine on the inside of the turn. He cuts back onto the oh my goodness! What a move that was from the Megan. Megan the Meg is what they call him, the Meg. That's what the fans are giving him the name, the Meg. Obviously, he's one of the better drivers on the grid as well. He secures his position awfully well. He's getting to P2 now. Look at this from Yuki, who's very close behind the Alpine. So a bit of battling from all the drivers here, including the driver here, Yuki, who's obviously one of the better drivers on the grid. They're going to take it here between Monk. And Yuki will be looking to make any turn he can, any move that he can take over on, he will try. Because he hasn't got many laps left to go if he wants to get to P1. The 3 top drivers very, very close together. All within a second within each other. So this could be possibly one of the best performances of Dez's life if he manages to take P1. A very lucky P1, but he's got it. I don't know how he's got it, but he's got... Oh, Megan tries to go in, but he doesn't manage to get it. He hits onto the back of Des. And that will make Megan... Oh, what an idiot. That also does mean Des has a competition with Smurf, though. Megan's gone down to P5. Megan's actually retired from the session. What on earth happened? Megan retired from the session. We're actually not too sure what happened there. We won't have to speak to him. Snipe is just quickly behind as well. So all drivers close compact together. Smurf with the fastest lap time. However, Des is catching up considerably fast. Considerably fast. There you go. That's how you say it. And we've got Sniper behind him now. He is catching up very, very fastly. Look at this, he's just right on top of Des, trying to get through. Des is going to have to defend his life out. Last lap to go. This is the last lap. Sniper has to make this play. Monk will have to make this play too. There's all to play for. Here we go. The last stretch now. The last little lap now. Here's how it is. Smurf is still defending his position. Maintaining. We've got Des, Sniper, trying to look for a kill shot here. Touches on from back shot Des. Des still with the position. Sniper with the oh, he spun out! Ferrari and the AlphaTauri has both collided here. Oh my goodness me, that means Monk. That means a double Mercedes finish if that happens. That is absolutely the worst scenario that could have happened for Des and Sniper. They both have worked so hard for this. Sensitive Monk is out of the session as well. Well, I know what happened with Sensitive. Sensitive's out of the race as well. That means both Red Bulls are out of the race. Radiohead is just sort of sat there. He's gonna get DNF as well. And there it is. It goes. The Mercedes Dodge has had a P1. It goes Mercedes for the Australian Grand Prix, and it's a very, very good finish from the Mercedes, and very, very well to them.